Yep, it's just getting over that cortisol or whatever. All right, live stream.
Perfection. All right. Beautiful. Oh, that was rude. We are live. I didn't know that we were live.
Oh,
That was
I
very
just saw
fast.
that. Yeah.
Ah, okay. You saw it before I did. We are live. Everyone. Beautiful. All right. So thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching this on live or replay, I appreciate you for being here. And I am with the amazing Becky, who in the last 6 months has gone from feeling, her words, hopeless and seriously ill to walking around the lakes with her husband, making healthy, balanced meals, and has been able to reach over 42 pounds. Her weight has fluctuated a little bit because of sickness in between, but she has gotten down to 43.5 pounds in total. We're fluctuating around that mark at the moment. But we're going to talk to Becky about some of the things that were most helpful to her in getting her down there and down to where she is now. And she's going to share some tips with you all. So before we start, Becky, I really, really appreciate you being here. Being on camera is not exactly everyone's idea of fun. So thank you so much for being here. It's just me and you, just having a little chit chat. And so I'd really love to kind of hear what it was like for you before we started working together. What was your life like back then?
Uh, just trying to do normal things when I was that heavy was exhausting.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And planning meals? No, didn't really plan meals, just ate whatever. Although I've been vegan for a long time, still the processed foods that I was eating, uh, not feeling real great, which now I can kind of understand
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't eating that great. So those kinds of things, not able to get out and uh, do things with my husband, not walking, not uh, doing a lot, uh, even in the move that we made from Massachusetts to Montana. I was ill before the move, became really, really ill after the move, and possibly because the change in location and the change in water and foods and whatever. But in any case, needing medical attention to even get better enough where I wanted to try to do something to improve my life
Mm.
because it wasn't getting better on its own.
Okay.
Everything that I had tried was like, no, didn't work.
Yeah. Okay. So what were the medical professionals telling you? Because I'm not gonna list out the whole list of things that, the medical issues and problems that you were facing when you first started working with me. But what were they saying? Were they kind of just saying, "Oh, take more medication, rest up, do this," or were they helping you with lifestyle? Were they helping you with nutrition?
uh, Pretty much the first doctor that I saw was in a kind of walk in urgent care type deal, and he said you that I'd been sick and pretty much bedridden for, at that point it was like about 3 to 4 days, and I wasn't eating, I wasn't drinking, I wasn't taking medications. And he said, take medications and you'll start feeling better. and that was pretty much it. So I did what was suggested, got enough better, and yes, I should not have stopped any prescribed medications without being under a doctor's supervision, but just got enough better where I felt kind of awful instead of terribly, terribly awful. And that's the point where, yeah, I knew that the doctors around here, at least, were not really clear on doing anything other than pharmaceuticals.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah.
So, what were you kind of, what did your life look like? So when we first started, I know that you were eating highly processed foods, you were snacking in the evening. Did you move much?
I did not move much. If I wasn't in bed, I was in my trusty rocker recliner that or not recliner, my trusty little rocker here
Mm-hmm.
with a big TV on the opposite wall.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty much it. I
Mm-hmm.
was not helping much. I ate whatever was really, really quick to grab and eat.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. That was
Okay.
my life at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. And what was your energy like? What was your energy like back then?
Back then, it was like I could get up, move from bed to chair, go to the bathroom, grab that little bite to eat. That was it. No energy for anything else.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. So just to recap then, you were trying to do normal things at a heavier weight, but you found it really exhausting. You were eating whatever and whenever you wanted. Although you were vegan, you were still eating highly processed foods, anything that was like quick and easy, oven and microwave foods, right?
Right.
Okay,
Right.
you were snacking in the evening, not able to get out much with husband, so there was no walking around, just really unable to help move the house. And when you did move house, you became so ill that you were almost bedridden and didn't even really want to get better until you had a little bit of that kind of you did get better a little bit through medication, and it wasn't until then that you said to yourself, okay, I'm ready to get super healthy now. I'm ready to get over this. Did I kind of recap that okay for you? Does that sound
Oh, yeah, that was perfect.
okay? Beautiful. And at that time, like when we met, you'd already been dieting for 5 decades. You tried
Yeah.
Weight Watchers, the Grapefruit Diet. You tried Eat Fat, Get Thin. Um, and how were all those diets for you?
They would, most of them at least, take a little bit of weight off.
Hmm.
And then it either wasn't sustainable, the foods or the combinations or whatever,
Hmm.
that I would quit and gain it all back plus.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Okay, so
that was pretty much
these
it.
diet
Yeah.
programs that you tried, they were helping you lose weight, but then you were regaining pretty soon after because they weren't
Right.
sustainable.
Yeah, some of them are like, okay, I forget exactly what was on the grapefruit diet, but it's like lasted maybe 2 days. So lost maybe half a pound. I don't really remember. That's been
Oh,
decades
okay.
ago.
So you're saying to keep to keep losing weight every week, almost every week for 6 months straight is a little bit
Yeah,
different to the what diets that you've done before. Is that right?
Yes, very
Okay.
much. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we have reached 43.5 pounds max down. We are fluctuating around that weight at the moment due to a sickness that's happened. So we're waiting for your weight to balance back out again. So normal up and down fluctuation. You have gotten down to a maximum of loss of 43.5. So how did you like what tell me what's going on for you right now? Like how is your life different right now?
Right now, I am almost completely recovered from the latest illness. So yes, I'm walking, I'm drinking more water.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I've been doing exercises that are part of the physical therapy for my back issue.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Just feeling ever so much better. Certainly, certainly than when I was sick, but even when I was well,
Mm-hmm.
but not healthy. Um, and how else different? Well, I'm helping with unpacking boxes
Mm-hmm.
and getting things more in order around here. So yeah, have
Beautiful.
some new plants that I take care of the baby plants and I forget because I've got it written down somewhere and my organizational skills are like and I've got written down who said yes, get a couple plants when you reach milestones and it's like yeah, and I got two and then I got two more.
Amazing. I love that. So I just want to kind of explain what you just said there to people watching in. We had a conversation once in the group coaching call about rewarding yourself with things that aren't food, right? Because if you reward
Right.
yourself with food, it's not a reward because 5 minutes later or 10 minutes later, an hour later or the next day, you feel like a bag of crap because you've eaten food that you didn't want to eat and now you probably gained weight. So we talked about rewarding yourself in different ways. And as part of like your journey, you have been rewarding yourself with more house plants or some house plants. But most importantly, you've been able to get up and water them and tend to them. And it might sound quite simple for some people to be able to get up and move around, but that's huge for you. On top of, and I'm just adding this in because this is some things that you've told me in the past few sessions, being able to walk around shops with your husband, being able to walk around the lakes with your husband. So not
Part
only,
way around the lake. It's a huge lake.
oh, okay. I mean, lakes here are basically ponds. Being able
Right.
to walk around with your husband and actually spend time with your husband outside the house, right? Unpacking boxes, tending to your plants, getting out to the shops. And I remember you saying that I think you made it to around about 3.5 shops or something like that now, which was pretty much unheard of at the start of our program.
Yeah.
And I want to really reiterate that I have not given Becky any workouts. The only extra movement that you have been doing is walking around the house and recently some exercises. And when I say exercises, they're not fitness, are they? They're more movement and like mobility
Right. Yeah, they're more.
from your physiotherapist. So
Right.
basically, you're not doing heavy, hard workouts.
Right. No calisthenics.
No,
No.
no calisthenics, no gym workouts, no weights, no working up a heavy sweat, no running around. So all of the things that have changed for you right now have essentially come from little tweaks, little bit of nutrition tweaks, your water, tiny bits of movement, really not so like a huge amount, but little tiny things and adjustments and tweaks to your current lifestyle. And I totally forgot to mention as well, you've been reducing and cutting some medications as well, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
Amazing, amazing. So, um, what's your energy like now compared to when we first started 6, 7 months ago?
Oh. it is certainly much better than it was then. And I'm looking forward to that last little bit as I finish getting completely well, which is
Absolutely.
coming.
And may I add as well, something really, really important. In the 7 months that we've worked together, Rebecca has had a pacemaker fitted.
Yep. Yes, I have right there.
So, I mean,
It's like I'll show you, but yeah, you don't need
have
to see.
I should have mentioned this to start off with. Becky has had a pacemaker implanted, installed. In this
Plan.
time that we've been working together, she's been able to lose weight. She's been able to like the one thing that really annoys me, right, Becky, is your doctors haven't even mentioned anything, right? Your doctors aren't even shocked or horrified. And so, not horrified, like surprised, sorry.
Like,
And
do
the
you?
yeah,
No.
Becky had to go to the doctors and tell them my like, can you look at my blood pressure medication because I'm losing all of this weight in a healthy and sustainable way? And they were like, oh yeah, we actually have to kind of probably take you off that or reduce it. So much so that you've completely cut your blood pressure meds. So
Yeah.
so I want to go over three things that were really helpful for you that's made a huge difference to get you to this where you are right now?
Yeah. What that is. Let's see. And oh, I thought you had those at the tip of your tongue, but three things that are the most helpful to me
Yeah.
is certainly being a client and getting input from you when it's like, is this a protein or is this a seed or is this a fat? A little of each? No, no. Which one is the main one? That kind of thing.
Right.
And being able to converse, every other week is our schedule anyway. And you give me gentle and sometimes not quite so gentle boosts and hints of just do it instead of my I'll get to it sometime. So that's really helpful because I'm more of a procrastinator and extreme lack of organizational skills. So yes, I do need a kick every once in a while to
So
get going.
brilliant. So I think you yeah, I think you let me recap on those because we had a brief talk about this before our call. So you said to me that personal coaching, which was totally new for you, personal coaching has helped you. Having regular accountability kind of keeps holding you accountable to do the things that you say that you're going to do. So checking in with you regularly, doing your client check-in forms, it holds you accountable. So when you say I'm going to do something, you're not putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, so that you're actually getting those results faster.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
beautiful. And the third thing was some nutritional knowledge. So how much to eat, when you should be eating, what foods to eat in the right proportion. So the
Yeah.
healthy fats and the carbohydrates and the proteins,
Yeah.
and being able to understand those different components to be able to eat a healthy amount of food.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Like recently we had the olives conversation. It was like, but I really, really like olives with stuff with manzanilla, whatever the green olives, and I put like 12 or 15 of them on top of my salad, and you're like, but olives, calories in even in olives there are calories.
right, exactly. So you're eating the foods that you love, like olives. And having the accountability, having me kind of being there for you. And sorry, I don't mean to like put words into your mouth. I'm just trying to recap this. Having that nutrition knowledge and checking in on you has been really helpful for you because it's easy to see where you might be stacking up on the extra calories where you don't even realize it. So you're still
Right.
eating healthy foods, you're not depriving yourself, you're not starving yourself, but you're also able to hold yourself accountable and be accountable to eating the right foods in the right proportions to help you lose the weight.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's that teacher training.
Okay,
Where,
brilliant, brilliant.
I'm like,
So
just a little sip of tea.
let's have a little recap. So when we first met, you were barely able to move from the bedroom to the living room to the TV. That was pretty much your only movement of the day. You were eating a highly processed vegan diet,
Yeah.
and you had a lot of sickness, illness, and medical problems when we first started speaking together. And now you are moving around your
Yeah.
house, at least, moving around outside, spending quality time with your partner, being able to help and unpack. You are losing weight by the week,
Yeah.
gone through the entire pacemaker situation as well in the midst of this, reducing medication, coming off certain medications,
Yeah.
and have a lot more energy to deal with the day, to put balanced foods together, and eating a healthy variety of foods.
Yes, exactly so. Even so much so that I prepared tempeh and prepared tofu
Woohoo!
and uh, steamed the tempeh. Next time I'll steam the tofu too and do the marinade and just terrific. Yeah.
Amazing. I love that. So, what would be like a top tip that you might be able to give someone that is maybe looking at making a change, wants to lose some weight? What's really helped you? What would be like one of your top tips that you could share with them?
I guess one of the top tips, especially if they're not already clients, would be to just join a 3-day or a 5-day or a boot camp or whatever they're all
Just to
called. And
clarify, Becky is not paid to say that, and neither have I
no,
asked her to say that.
no, I pay. No, okay. In any case, yeah, because certainly that's what got me into looking at, oh, okay, and you said this, and I'm considering that because that's kind of my training is like, and now go and investigate. Hey, just do this, and it really worked to get the foods under control and the snacking and the habits.
Mm.
Uh, that was the start of it for me anyway.
I think one thing that we've talked about is having someone else's eyes on, your lifestyle, what you're doing, your habits, your nutrition really removes the emotion from
Yeah.
like what you're doing, and could be potentially really helpful for someone, especially if they're stuck and they don't know why that they're struggling to lose weight, or they're just struggling, full stop. And so to maybe have someone that can guide them and help them with the things that they can't see, that they're blindsided to, or show them the reasons why they're not doing something, for example, and work through that.
Yeah. Yes.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yes.
Well, I
Very
don't
true.
mean to fill in the words for you. I've noticed that my partner's had a very big position to play in this video in the mirror this whole time.
Oh,
So
okay.
I noticed that he keeps popping in and out of that mirror. But
Yeah, I have
yeah,
not.
now you have to rewatch. Now you have to rewatch and see him popping in and out.
There you go. And
Um,
you go,
but
there he is. Yeah. Okay.
is there anything that you'd like to share, Becky, with anyone who might be struggling or thinking about getting the help, but they're on the fence?
Uh, I would say go to one of the groups and participate in Facebook, because the Facebook ladies, the ones the ones that are accessible to everybody, terrific advice. And even my husband sat in the other rocker a couple of times, and then he was able to go, but didn't she say that you should only have this much of that, or this along with that make better combinations? Like, hey, he even paid attention and is helping.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
sometimes it is a big help
We
if you've
even,
got someone.
yeah, we even brought Al into one of our coaching sessions, didn't we?
Yeah.
I love that. Love that. Awesome. So if you're on the fence, what you're saying is join the, again, I didn't pay Becky or ask her to say this, by the way. Becky is saying join the free 3 day or 5 day events that I run. They're totally free and they might be able to help you. And what you're saying is you might be able to also get the accountability and push from your partner as well, because that's what you got. Is that what you were saying?
Right. And I never thought that would happen. And here I'm turning 70 in about 5 days. So, yes, been married a long time. Also, reached that 50-year mark there. And I never thought I would get him involved
Wow.
in any of my struggle,
Wow.
but he's
Wow.
been
So
wonderful.
So even having a coach there can really improve that relationship with you and your partner, help them get fit and
Yeah.
healthy and strong, and incorporate them in your journey as well.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Well stated.
Awesome. Well, if you have anything else to share, Becky, please do post in the comments underneath this video once it's posted. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing your experience with coaching. You are absolutely not finished yet. You've got quite a few months to go until we
Yes.
finish the end of your program. So I cannot wait to do another interview with you in another 5, 6 months for another 30 odd pounds down. But thank you so much for joining me. I cannot wait for the next video. Appreciate you, Becky. And I'm going to hit end now and it will cut everything off. Okay. So I'll send you a
Everything.
message. Much
Bye.
love. Take care. Bye.